Well, here we are on Tuesday. I gotta hook this up because this phone does not hold a charge and I don't want to get interrupted in the middle of my live here. Of course, then I'm gonna have to readjust. They should give you more than 3 seconds before you actually go live, right? Okay, that's good. Hi, hey. Maybe that's not quite as good as I could get it. Maybe get a little bit straighter, right? Okay. Actually, let's go over a little bit. Am I making you sick yet? Hey, Eva. Sorry, I don't mean to, but it's not like I can set it one time and it just works. Hey, Shannon. Good day. Good day. It is a good day, isn't it? It is definitely a good day. So I'm a little bit late. I'm a little bit late because I had to take a phone call before I could come on. Yeah. So I don't know if y'all remember me talking about they're flaring, Atmos Energy is flaring their gas lines like 3/4 of a mile from my house. And the end of October, they were doing it like 3 days in a row every day. And I got the worst headache. And I finally figured out that's what it was, because on the 3 days that they were doing it, no headache. So I went in and I did a little bit of research and found out that the fumes from that are actually carcinogenic, which means they can cause cancer. The way they take advantage of little towns, these big companies, really hacks me off. So I called the gas company, which in our area is Atmos Gas, ATMOS. And they're just now getting back to me on it. I did notice, and I told them, I said, well, I know that on the days that I had the headache, the wind was blowing the fumes directly to our little neighborhood over here. And then when the wind switched around from the north, it blew the fumes away from us, and I did not have a headache. Imagine that. So, of course, you get the whole, well, we're sorry for any inconvenience. Yeah, inconvenience. That's putting it mildly when you have a headache that is disabling practically. So anyway, I asked him, I said, well, any way you could compensate our little neighborhood over here for not the noise. Oh my gosh, the noise is so loud. But of course, they're not beyond any noise levels that are allowed by law. And it's not all night long, it's just during the day. So, I don't know. So, anyway, he said, well, I don't know, I can run it up the chain. I said, well, that's fine, because if you don't ask, the answer's always no. So maybe the neighbors and I will be able to get a little break on our gas bills when they have to flare. I mean, I think Atmos is a great company, don't get me wrong, but why did they have to build it so close to our town? Why? I mean, if they would have gone, 3/4 of a mile or a mile in another direction, it wouldn't have been close to our town. They could have gone another mile to the west. They could have gone a mile to the south. They could have gone a mile to the, I don't know. It's just infuriating. So there we have it. My gripe for the day. Good morning, Cheryl. Good morning, Pen Poo. Everybody doing okay this morning? I'm doing well. So yesterday I decided I was going to get out the old bread machine and bake some bread. So I did, and the little spinner thing that goes around and around came loose and got caught up into the bread. And I didn't know if it was because I used unbleached flour for the first time in it, because I accidentally got unbleached flour instead of regular flour. Oh, thank you for the gifts, everybody. So at any rate, it didn't, needless to say, it didn't mix very well. And it overflowed in the bread maker. I mean, it totally overflowed. So I got it out and I thought, well, I wonder what it tastes like. It tasted okay, but it wasn't, you know, it wasn't anything. So anyway, that one went into the garbage. But so this morning I decided I was gonna, oh, I'm so glad you like it. This morning I decided that I was going to do another one. Only I was going to not bake it in there, because I didn't know, I didn't know what was going on. So I decided that I was going to just do the, mix it up, let it rest or rise. And they did it twice and all that kind of stuff. And then I was going to pour it into a loaf pan and bake it in the oven, which, according to the directions of my bread maker, is absolutely doable. And so I did. So, and it just came out of the oven. My house smells like homemade bread. And it looks okay, except it's stuck to the bottom a little bit. So I don't know. I think the next time I'll just really make sure. I'm pretty sure that it was just because of that little mixer thing at the bottom of the bread maker came loose. I must not have had it in there well enough, but it's okay. So today I'm going to be putting these on the inside, the papers on the inside of this journal. And I'm going to be doing the lace on the edges. And so that's what we're going to be doing. And then if I have time, and I'm also waiting for a plumber to come and give me an estimate on running a gas line so I can have a little gas heater should we not have electricity. And why in the world I didn't think of this, or somebody didn't recommend it to me, or they did and I blew it off when my house was all torn up in 2023, I'll never know. Instead, I got a generator that I'm absolutely afraid of. I mean, I've got the directions written down on how to, hey April, on how to hook it up should the electricity go off, but it makes a lot of noise. Yeah, it's just, I have to plug the 50 amp plug, the wire that goes from the generator to the wall is probably about that big around. It's huge. And then the plug itself is ginormous. So there's that. And then do that in the freezing cold weather. I don't think so. So anyway, I'm looking to have a plumber come and run a gas line so I can get a little wall heater for in case that happens again. And you want to know why I don't like cold weather? That's why. Because I have to leave my house. It's not fun. Hey, Jessica. So yeah. hey Michelle, I was going to put in a different paper, but I just couldn't get it to come out right on my copy machine. I mean, I didn't like the color of it. It came out too gray, so this is the color that it came out. And I didn't like it. So I decided, I looked around and I had this, which is embossed. It's an embossed cardstock, and I thought, that is it. That will look nice. It's a nice contrast. It kind of fits with the theme of the journal. So I think I'm happy with it. Getting it all glued on here. Yep, don't want it to bubble or anything, so I'm going to use plenty of Fabri-Tac on this. And I'm using Fabri-Tac because partially it's going to be glued onto fabric. Oops. I think I'm going to like that. It's kind of bumpy. I like it a lot, actually. Okay, let's get the other one on. That bread smells good. I almost want to go out there and grab me a slice of it. It was too hot before I came in, so I couldn't do that. Get a little raggy thing here. So I fooled around and didn't get to do any watercoloring this morning, but that's okay. Maybe this afternoon, after the plumber guy leaves and gives me the quote of how many millions of dollars it's going to cost to get it, to get a gas line run. So yeah, I did watch a number of YouTube videos about it because my main concern, of course, was CO2, but they've come a long ways with these gas heaters. And I'm going to get a radiant one. But when I moved into this house 20 years ago, that's all it had. It just had the gas heaters, and they were the old ones. And it did fine, but the problem with them was partially the old ones were just so hard. I could not get them lit. You know, you have to do the whole pilot thing and then put the match in there and all that. I could not light them. And I'm just stubborn enough that if I can't do it myself, then I need to do something different. So we got the old central air, central heat, which is wonderful. It's wonderful unless the electricity goes off, right? Oh, thank you for the gift, Michelle. Okay, so there's that. Gotta get a little drink of water. So yep, the next thing is to put on the lace, because Aricela wants lace on it. So what I'm gonna do, it's gonna be that lace, and I need my template. I think that's it. Oh, okay, well, we just made a mess on that one. I have this thing that I keep templates and things like that in, and a lot of them just stick out. Whoops. I have another one of these that I keep my unused die cuts in, so it's all good. All right, so what I do is so I don't have to cut one at a time. Which the first time I did lace, I did that and I was like, oh no, there's got to be a better way. So I cut a piece of chipboard, the size of my, just a little bit bigger than the size of my pages. And then I take the lace and I wrap it around it. I'm going to do this whole roll because it's 3 signatures and I'll probably put a lot of lace on it. Because why not? I like lace, and apparently Aricela likes it too. I offered the non-lace version and she said, oh no, lace. So I was like, yes. And she did decide that she doesn't want anything on the cover of it. So it's going to be blank there, but we're going to put, we're going to do this on the edge, or on the spine, peeking over the edge, like that. And then I was thinking, if Aricela liked it on the spine, which we didn't have to do it, but I would put this along the back side of the spine. I think that's what I want to do, but we'll see if Aricela wants it. I just think it would just add so much to it. Although, let me tell you, this fabric is, oh, I love it. I wouldn't mind having a jacket out of it, you know, but I didn't have enough to do that, so. So we just wrap it around and around and around. So, we got any veterans on here? Either veteran families or veterans that are active or not active anymore, whoever served. Anybody served? Your son, yeah. I have quite a few people in my family. And I know quite a few people. None of my sons went into the military. Well, I have cousins that did. Got a couple of Marine cousins. Oh, and then you just take and you cut it along the... Yeah, my dad served in World War II. Yep, sure did. He's been gone a long time now. He died at 39, so. Yeah, true. We always pray that they come home safe and in one piece. That's just scary. Scary, scary, scary. All right, so then what I do is, since I'm going to be doing 3 signatures, hang on a second. I'm going to divide them up because this way, oh, somebody got filtered. I'm going to divide them up into 3 so that way I don't like run out before I get to the end of the journal. So, oh dear, don't tell me that plumber's here now. If he's here now, I'm going to have to go off and come back on. Let me take a look. Nope, I don't know what they were barking at. Some noise they heard, I'm sure. Unless it's the front door. They're coming to the front door. If they're coming to the front door, they'll ring the doorbell. All right, so let's set these up here. And we'll start with this one. Also want to put on some corners. Oh, these are going to look nice. Yep, we'll do that in a little while. Get out my I have these, it's cutting boards that I got from the DT cutting, but they work great to put in between pages so that the lace doesn't stick. Oh, I use them for all kinds of things. They come like this, but then I cut them in half. And I saved a couple whole ones for in case I need to. Okay. I think we're ready. So Elf, are you still here? Did you figure out the waterfall? Pinpoo's got the best tutorial on the waterfall. The best, in my opinion. I don't do every page. Yes, it's a good one. I had watched, I can't tell you how many other people doing that, and I could not figure it out. And it wasn't until I saw Pinpoo's video that I was like, oh snap, that's how you do it. Yeah. Okay, and then we're going to skip a page, and we'll do this one. So if anybody has any questions, I am happy to answer them, either on my live, or if you have a question and I'm not on, send me a message. I'm happy to help out anybody that is wanting to do this, and if I know how to do it, I'll give you the short answer. If I don't know how to do it, I've been on this app and know enough people on here that I can point you to somebody that has done it or knows it. I'm not going to put it on the vellum. I'm not going to put it on that one either, because I'm afraid. No, I think I will put it on this one. I'm just going to put it on this side. I suppose you could put it on vellum. I just never have. I've heard that Fabri-Tac doesn't work real well on vellum, so probably won't do that. What this skewer does is it kind of... This book has a new owner. I will be sending it to her. I don't know what she's planning to use it for. And yes, I can do that. I'm kind of in the middle of working on it, so let's see. That's the best way to do this. This is a pocket. I don't have any ephemera in it yet because that's the last thing that I do. So there'll be ephemera in there. This is a pull-out. This is a little writing space. And this is a pocket. Another... Looks like I put a couple of pieces of ephemera in that one. Okay. And this is a belly band. Another pocket. I mean, pull out. And then this is a writing space. Why did that get sticky there? Oh. There we go. And this one here, I already put its card in there, and then this is another little tuck space right there. Hey, Cindy C. Somebody asked for me to do a flip through on this journal, so that's what I'm doing right now. And then these are all pockets that will have ephemera in it, and this is a flip out with some journaling space in it. And then this is a little pocket, more vellum, and some acrylic writing space, a waterfall, textured paper, and this is a tuck space as well. And this is a couple of pockets. Here's another flip out or pop up with some writing space, little envelope, vellum, and this will have something in it, and this is a tuck space too. And let me see. Oh, this is a little writing space, and this is I already put the card in here. This is a pocket. Oh, I shouldn't have left it in there. If you leave it in there when the glue hasn't completely dried, that's why I don't like to put stuff in until the last. Oh man. Until the glue's all dry, because this is not dry. Let's see, what am I gonna do here? Need something long and skinny. Hey Laura, how are you today? Yep, if you let me take a look here. Oh, that's exactly what happened. There's a method to my madness. Okay, back over there. All right, so this is a pocket. It won't stick now. Okay, here, these are all tuck spaces. And here are some pockets. A nice big envelope that has a card in it. And another piece of acrylic. Another belly band, and that's the end. Hey, Connie. If y'all would like Connie's Craft Corner, she makes these glue stoppers. They go in your, ooh, I got a cut on my finger. They go in your glue bottle to keep the glue from getting all yucky. So follow her, and if you need one, message her. I'm sure she'd be happy to make that happen for you. needs to go up some more. Over. Push that back a little. Oop. Well, I just put my arm in the glue. There we go. Maybe that's better, huh? Not really. Oh, apparently I liked my own live. Well, okay, I guess that's good. Hey, Torchy. I thought I saw Torchy. How are you? One of my favorite TikTok characters there. I know there's a lot of people that follow Torchy. She's a Texan too. From up in the Panhandle. Is it cold up there, Torchy? I bet it is. It's been cold down here. Hey, Pen. Yeah, I think it's going to be in the 60s today here. It was like 38 here last night. That's cold for us. I know you that live up north, that ain't nothing, but us Texans aren't used to that stuff. Jessica, do you follow Torchy Swinson? I noticed that there were a lot of folks that were saying that they got their first snow today. It's okay. Oh, you'll love her. She is absolutely precious. Hey, Araceli, working on your journal. I should be able to get it out by the end of this week, for sure. It's going to take a day for this to dry. And then I'll stick I won't be on tomorrow. I'll stick the ephemera in it probably tomorrow. And then get it mailed out on Wednesday. I mean Thursday. Thank you, Pen. Keep me straight, y'all. Keep me straight. I won't be on tomorrow. Tomorrow my little dogs go to their groomers and I got to pick up groceries and I got a lot of stuff going on tomorrow. Okie doke. sun's nice and bright here, but the wind is a little on the breezy side. And I do make customs, so if anybody is interested in a custom journal with a particular theme, or if you want me to pick the theme, I can do that. I can do recipe ones, sewing ones, music ones, wedding, 67, huh? Yeah, it's gonna get in the high 60s here today too. By the end of the week, I think we're gonna be back up in the 80s. But that's just Texas weather. One day you freeze, the next day you sweat. I have seen it actually go from 85 degrees and drop all the way down. I can, yes, I sure can. I don't do Halloween, but I do fall. Yeah, you're on the Gulf Coast too. I've done Easter ones. Yep. Let's see, Easter, spring. I've never done a patriotic one. I think that would be a fun one to do. I mean, it's nothing for the wind to come down and it goes down 30 or 40 degrees in a matter of an hour. I remember my aunt and uncle from Tennessee came one year for Thanksgiving, and I made Thanksgiving dinner and we ate out on the patio, and my uncle was like, I can't believe this. It's Thanksgiving and it's 80 degrees and we're eating outside. No, not all of them are there, hon. There's quite a few of them there, but not all of them. I probably need to, huh? Well, let me tell you, that's the part of this that I don't like, is posting and editing. I don't edit. I don't edit. But I do post. Thanks, Araceli. I do post my lives on the YTube. Yeah, there's quite a few. I know I've got the music one on there. I've got a purple one on there. I've got a blue one on there. I didn't do the peach one. I didn't do the Easter one. My bad. Hey, Andrew. Andrew's another fun person to watch too. He and his family and his stories. And he does Bible stories too. He has an interesting an interesting take on some things. Let's just say it that way. Sorry, Andrew. Skip this one. Skip this one and go to, I should put it on this one. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put it on this one. The smell of that bread is making me hungry. I didn't eat anything this morning. I just got it and got busy, you know? Mainly what I wanted to do was watch YouTube and learn more information about, I didn't know if I needed to get a radiant gas heater or a blue flame gas heater. And I think I'm going to go with the radiant one. Yes, I am. Yeah, I told y'all earlier that I had put in bread in my bread machine yesterday, and somehow the little spinny thing came loose, and so it went through the whole deal, but it didn't mix it up very well. And it overflowed in the bread machine. And the bread, I mean, it just didn't come out right at all. It tasted okay, but it just wasn't right. So this morning I decided I'd get up and I would go ahead and have the bread machine. I didn't know if it was that or that was the first time I used unbleached flour. I accidentally bought unbleached flour. And I found out you can use unbleached flour just like you use bleached flour. It's no difference in that regard. So I decided I'd have the bread machine do everything except bake it. And I stuck it in a loaf pan and stuck it in the oven. So that is where we're at on that. And just before I went live, it finished. Hey, Elaine. So yeah, so it smells real good in here. And I made potato soup yesterday and got carried away with the salt. I think it's going to be okay though. I think it's going to be okay. I added a little more milk. And what else? I added milk and I can't remember, but anyway. You know, Araceli, I have been tempted to do that, but I'm afraid if I did the sourdough thing, that I would probably gain 100 pounds. I think I did add more potatoes to it. Pretty sure I did. I think I added a can of potatoes to it. Probably. Anyway, I ate it. It was okay. Still a little on the salty side for me, but I'm not a over salted person. I've never really liked a whole lot. But yeah, I'm afraid if I got on the sourdough bandwagon and I was baking sourdough bread every day, I'm sure I would gain 100 pounds because I love bread. I may look at it today. I've got some potatoes in the freezer. I had some that were going bad, and so I went ahead and boiled them up, and then I put them in a, what do you call it? Sucked all the air out of it and put them in the freezer. So I've got a few more of those. I may throw a couple of those in if it's still too salty today, but I think it'll be okay because I'm pretty sure those potatoes will have soaked up a lot more of the salt today. Oops. That sounds good. Jalapeno and cheddar. Ooh. Ooh. You know, our H-E-B here in Texas makes a jalapeno cheddar artesian loaf. Really good. Asiago cheese. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Sourdough. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I love it. Oh, and have you ever made grilled cheese sandwiches with sourdough bread? Oh, that's so good. Yes. Grilled cheese sandwiches with sourdough bread. And then, of course, you got to have a cup of tomato soup to go with it, too. I had tomato soup the other day, only I had regular bread, grilled cheese. Have y'all ever watched what is that show called? Snow something. It's about a train that the world is supposedly be frozen, and then what do you call it? It was snow, not snowplow, snow. Gosh, it was a series, but it was on Netflix. It's on Netflix now. Probably Snow. Oh, help me out, y'all. Snow Tracker? No, not Snow Tracker. Snowpiercer. Snowpiercer, that's it. Snowpiercer, that's it. Yep. Good movie. Series. It goes on and on. No, I wasn't talking to you, Siri. Cancel. Yeah, it goes. It's you know, it's not something you can binge in a weekend. It takes a good month to watch. You know, 2 or 3, and then watch 2 or 3. But anyway, on that, the people that were poor and came up from the poor cart. No, it wasn't. It was Snowpiercer. Snowpiercer. They bribed this one that is one of the stars of the show, one of the main characters. They bribed him with tomato soup and grilled cheese sandwich. That's what made me think of it. Yeah, it's very interesting. But like I said, it does go on forever and ever, and takes many twists and turns. Kind of like the one Ozark. Well, I mean, it's totally different. Totally different storylines. I mean, there's nothing similar about storylines, but to me, Ozark just went on and on and on. And I would not recommend children watching it. It could be really scary for them. I mean, it's totally futuristic and not sci-fi, but it's just not a kids program. I wonder what, I don't know, when I was in high school 100 years ago, there was a book, it's a classic, George Orwell's 1984. And I remember reading it, and it's like Big Brother is watching kind of a thing. Well, that's what it is. But I remember thinking, oh, that will never happen. And then here we are. There are cameras everywhere. And to tell you the truth, I really think that our devices are listening to us. Because have you ever brought up something? Okay, so like the other day, I was talking to my daughter about a discount store where you have to have a membership. And I don't do the membership because I can't justify it. It's just, yeah. I mean, it would have been fine when I had children at home, but I can't justify that membership. I wouldn't spend that much money there. But we were talking about it, and never had I ever gotten an email from that store until the day after I was talking to my daughter about it. So, you know what? If you don't think that Big Brother's watching, he is. Oh, that's the end. The end. Okay. So, Araceli, I have another question for you. I think I'm going to put this one in here instead of that one. Just a little easier to handle. I put these plastic things in between so that the pages don't stick to the glue that I just put on the lace. So, what I was wondering, Araceli, this is going to be on the spine, peeking over, like we talked about. But then I came across something else that I had that I thought would be cool, but I want to ask you about. And I was thinking about putting this on the back of the spine. It would be on this right here. I can't turn it over right now, but it would be on the back. You too, Cindy. It wouldn't be on the front. It would be right here. on the back side. And it kind of, you probably didn't see, this is the pages that I did on the inside cover. So I just thought that would be really pretty. But if you don't like it, we don't have to do it. So yeah, it would go. This will peek over on the front and the back. And then this would go up the spine. Araceli must have taken a phone call or something. Okay, so one more thing we can do while we're doing right now is we can put on the corners. See if that'll. I always put a little Fabri-Tac on here to give it just a little extra reassurance that it's going to stick. Hey, Patty. I bet it's really cold up there in Canada, because it's cold down here in Texas. Oh, my goodness gracious. Sun's shining, but the wind's blowing out of the north. That's always a sign that it's going to be cold, or that it is cold here. We're going to be up in the 60s today, but we were down in the 30s last night. Oh, I bet the kids have a half a day today. The school bus just went by. Wendy. Will fall over them. Hey, Linda. There's that. Now we just gotta let it dry for a while. And tomorrow we'll put on the back side of it. Hey, Eva. Yeah. Set it up here. Whoa. It's really heavy with those plastic things in it. So yeah, this will be the spine. This. And it'll peek over onto the front, and it'll peek over onto the back. And I may come in here and do this tonight. And then I'm thinking what I want to do is I want to put this down the center. Okay, y'all, I think I am going to get off for right now. I have got some errands that I need to run here in town, and some other chores I need to do here in my house. So I think I'm going to sign off for now. I will not be on tomorrow. I might go on later on this afternoon, I don't know. So anyway, I want to thank you all for being here. Thank you for the gifts and for the conversation. I appreciate y'all. So God bless. Be safe.